Dear students, today we start the next lesson, number 14, haloalkanes and haloarenes. In today's class, we are going to discuss the classification of organic halogen compounds, nomenclature of haloalkanes, and the nature of bond between carbon and halogen in haloalkanes. Page number 225 to 230. So first we have to know what is haloalkanes. And in 13th lesson we studied alkanes. It is a hydrocarbon. The compound is made up of only carbon and hydrogen. So examples are methane, ethane, propane, butane and so on. In the alkanes, if a hydrogen is replaced by a halogen, we will get haloalkanes. Okay. So there are 4 halogen atoms: fluorine, chlorine, bromine and iodine. If any one halogen is replacing the hydrogen atom in the alkane, we will get a new compound. It is called a haloalkane. You can take an aromatic hydrocarbon. The simplest one is benzene with the molecular formula C6H6. Out of 6 hydrogen atoms, if one hydrogen is replaced by a halogen atom, we will get a new compound. It is haloarenes. So haloalkanes and haloarenes are the general names. Okay. So in our day-to-day life, we use many organic halogen compounds. You can take chloramiphenicol. So this is produced by the soil microbes, which is used for the treatment of typhoid. And consider the next medicine, chloroquine. So in the last 10 months, we heard this word often. The chloroquine medicine is used for the treatment of COVID-19. So this drug chloroquine, this medicine chloroquine is used for the treatment of malaria, and it is used for the treatment of COVID-19 patients also. Next, halothane. This is used as an anesthetic. Next, trichloroethylene. It is used as a solvent. This is used for cleaning electronic equipments. So haloalkanes and haloarenes are collectively known as organic halogen compounds. If hydrogen atom in the alkane as well as arenes are replaced by a halogen, we will get haloalkanes and haloarenes. So how can we classify the organic halogen compounds? Any halogen based compound can be classified in 2 aspects. Number 1, how much halogen atoms present in the compound. This is one way of classifying the organic halogen compounds. Next one, hybridization of het carbon. So first we can classify the organic halogen compound based on number of halogen atoms in the compound. So if the organic halogen compound has only one halogen atom, it is called mono-halo compounds or mono-halogen compounds. The example is bromoethane. You can take C2H6 ethane. Ethane is an alkane, second member of alkane, C2H6 ethane. Structural formula CH3CH3. Now hydrogen is replaced by a halogen. Bromine replaces the hydrogen in the ethane, so it is called bromoethane. The compound has only one halogen, so this is an example of monohalogen compound. And you can take trichloropropane. So this is obtained from the alkane propane, CH3, CH2, CH3. 3 hydrogen atoms are replaced by 3 chlorine atoms. So we get a trichloropropane. So the compound has more than one halogen atom. This is an example of polyhalo compounds or polyhalogen compounds. So organic halogen compounds can be classified based on number of halogen atoms in the molecule. If only one halogen is present, it will be called as monohalo compound or monohalogen compound. If more than one halogen atoms present in a compound, it will be polyhalogen compound or polyhalo compounds. Next classification is based on the hybridization of head carbon. We know that carbon attached with the functional group is the head carbon. So, in organic halogen compounds, what is the functional group? Halogen atom, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, and iodine. Any one will be there. So, this is the functional group. Chemical property is decided by the halogen atoms. So, carbon attached with the halogen atom is called head carbon. In any organic compound, the carbon attached with the functional group is called head carbon. So, the head carbon may be an sp3 hybridized carbon or it may be sp2 hybridized carbon. So, next classification of organic halogen compound is based on the hybridization of head carbon. Head carbon may be sp3 hybridized carbon or it may be sp2 hybridized carbon. So, many examples are given. You take organic halogen compounds in which head carbon is an sp3 hybridized carbon. Example, iodomethane. From methane we have derived this halogen compound, iodomethane. In methane, hydrogen is replaced by an iodine. So, iodomethane is an example of halogen compound containing sp3 hybridized carbon. So, the carbon is sp3 hybridized carbon because around the carbon we have only single covalent bond. So, we don't have double bond. Around carbon, around the head carbon we have only 4 sigma or single covalent bonds. So, it is an sp3 hybridized carbon. Next example, allyl chloride. So, formula of allyl chloride is given, CH2 double bond CH, CH2 Cl. So, here this is the head carbon. It is sp3 hybridized carbon. Around the head carbon, 4 single covalent bonds present. Next example, benzyl bromide. You take head carbon. This is sp3 hybridized. We are not considering the carbon atoms present in the benzene ring. We consider this carbon, it is sp3 hybridized one, and you can take alicyclic compound also. So, bromocyclobutane is an example. The head carbon is sp hybridized carbon. This is one category. Next one is head carbon with sp2 hybridization. Example, vinyl iodide. Formula CH2 double bond CHI. So, in ethene, a hydrogen is replaced by halogen. Okay. So, we take vinyl iodide. The carbon is sp2 hybridized carbon because the head carbon has a double bond. Carbon with a double bond is sp2 hybridized. One more example is chlorobenzene. So, we know that all the 6 carbon atoms in the benzene ring are sp2 hybridized, so that there is a delocalization of a pi electron. Okay, pi bond is formed because of sp2 hybridization. So, you can take the carbon atoms of benzene ring, they are sp2 hybridized. So, organic halogen compounds are classified based on number of halogen atoms. It may be a monohalogen compound or polyhalogen compound. Then based on hybridization of head carbon, we classify the organic halogen compounds into 2 categories. Head carbon may be an sp3 hybridized carbon. Examples, iodomethane, allyl chloride, benzyl bromide and bromocyclobutane. Head carbon may be sp2 hybridized. Example, vinyl iodide and chlorobenzene. Next one, what is the general formula for haloalkanes? I already told, in alkane, hydrogen is replaced by a halogen. So, you take any one alkane like methane, ethane, propane, butane, hydrogen is replaced by the halogen. So, general formula for haloalkane is RX. R may be any one alkyl group. like methyl, ethyl, N-propyl, isopropyl, then N-butyl, secondary butyl, isobutyl, any one will be there. Okay. So this is the general formula for alkyl group, CN H2N plus 1. You substitute the numbers, you will get methyl, ethyl, propyl and so on. And in the general formula, X represents halogen atom. So we have 4 halogen atoms. Any one will be there in the compound. Fluorine or chlorine or bromine or iodine. So general formula for haloalkane is RX. Then based on head carbon, haloalkane is of 3 types. It may be a primary or secondary or tertiary. So you can take this example, bromoethane. Hydrogen in ethane is replaced by the halogen bromine. So we get bromoethane. Now head carbon is bonded with only one carbon. So this is primary haloalkane. Now we classify the haloalkane based on head carbon. Head carbon is a primary one. How can we identify the carbon as primary or secondary or tertiary? This is identified with the help of number of other carbon atoms attached with head carbon. So in bromoethane, head carbon is bonded with only one carbon. So this is primary. You take isopropyl chloride. UPOC name 2-chloropropane. Now this is the head carbon. It is bonded with 2 carbon atoms. So it is a secondary. It is an example of secondary haloalkane. You take tertiary butyl iodide. Common name. UPOC name is 2-iodo-2-methyl-propane. This is the head carbon. Head carbon is a carbon attached with a functional group. So head carbon is bonded with 3 carbon atoms. So this is an example of tertiary haloalkane. So general formula for haloalkane is RX. R may be any alkyl group. X is the halogen. Based on head carbon, it may be a primary or secondary or tertiary haloalkane. Next one, nomenclature. So for every organic compound we follow 2 systems. One is common name. Another one is UPOC name. For haloalkanes, common name should be mentioned as alkyl halide. How will you write the common name for haloalkane? Alkyl halide. You mention the alkyl group. It may be a methyl, ethyl, propyl, butyl, whatever it may be. First you write the name of alkyl group. Then you mention the halogen. It may be fluorine, chlorine, bromine or iodine. It should be mentioned as fluoride, chloride, bromide, iodide and so on. So last 2 letter will be De. Okay, not fluorine. You have to mention it as fluoride because it is an anion. Okay. And the next UPOC name. So general UPOC name is haloalkanes. First mention the name of halogen, then write the parent name. Parent name means alkane name. While mentioning the halogen, don't write it as fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. You write it as fluoro, chloro, bromo, iodo, like that you have to mention. So general UPOC name haloalkane. So many examples have given. One by one we will complete. So first we complete a common name. So what is a general common name? Alkyl halide. Take the first one. We have methyl group and iodine. So methyl, iodine should be represented as iodide. So common name methyl iodide. We have ethyl group and bromine. So this is ethyl bromide. We have N-propyl group and fluorine. So N-propyl fluoride. So all these names we have already completed in 11th lesson. I am just repeating. Okay. And this is a secondary one. Head carbon is bonded with 2 carbon atoms. It is a secondary. And you can use the prefix iso also. Okay. So this is isopropyl group and fluorine. So isopropyl fluoride. And this is straight chain compound. N-butyl and chlorine, N-butyl chloride. Next one, isobutyl. So isobutyl chloride. Then this is secondary butyl group, secondary butyl chloride. This is tertiary butyl group and chlorine, so tertiary butyl chloride. And this is called neopentyl group, so neopentyl bromide. And just now we studied this is vinyl group, so vinyl chloride. This is allyl group, so allyl bromide. And we can take polyhalogen compounds, a compound containing more than one halogen atom. This is an example of vicinal dihalide, two chlorine atoms attached with adjacent carbon atoms, so they are vicinal dihalides. This is an example of gem dihalide, two chlorine atoms attached with same carbon. So in previous lessons we already completed this. So what about common name? This is obtained from ethylene, CH2 double bond CH2. This is obtained as addition product from ethylene. So this is called ethylene chloride or ethylene dichloride. And for this gem dihalide, common name is ethylidene chloride or ethylidene dichloride. So with this we complete common name. Then we will move for a UPOC name. So what is the general UPOC name? Haloalkane. We have to mention the halogen, then we should write the name of alkane. So here only one carbon is present and the halogen is iodine. So this is iodo, only one carbon. What is the name of alkane? Methane. Bromine, it should be mentioned as bromo, two carbon atoms, ethane. Fluoro, three carbon atoms, propane. We have to mention the position of fluorine. So it is attached with first carbon. So this is 1-fluoropropane. Next, fluoro, three carbon atoms, propane. Now fluorine is attached with the second carbon. So this is 2-fluoropropane. And chlorine, so chloro, four carbon atoms, butane. Chlorine is attached with the first carbon, so this is 1-chlorobutane. So all these concepts we have already completed, so that I am going little bit fast. Next we have chlorine and one more substituent, methyl. Okay, so at first carbon chlorine, at the second carbon methyl group, so it is 1-chloro-2-methyl-propane. And we have chlorine, so chloro, four carbon atoms, butane. Chlorine is with second carbon, so this is 2-chlorobutane. This is the longest chain. Chlorine is present, so chloro. We have methyl group at second position, so 2-chloro-2-methyl, three carbon atoms in the longest chain, so propane, 2-chloro-2-methyl-propane. So as we studied in UPOC rules, when there are two substituents, if two substituents present, you have to write the substituents in the alphabetical order. Next, bromine, so mention it as bromo. We have two substituents, okay, two methyl groups. So bromine is attached with the first carbon, methyl is attached with the second carbon. So 1-bromo, 2,2 dimethyl. In the longest chain, 3 carbon atoms, so propane, 1-bromo, 2,2 dimethyl propane. Now chlorine is present, so this is chloro. This is called ethene, CH2 double bond CH2, hydrogen is replaced by chlorine, so chloroethene. Now bromine is attached with the third carbon, this is first, second. Bromine is attached with third carbon, so this is 3-bromopropene. Double bond is present, so it is propene. Next, two carbon atoms present, Each carbon has a halogen. So chlorine is present at first and the second position. So 1,2 dichloro, only 2 carbon present, ethane. Two chlorine atoms attached to the same carbon. Okay. So 1,1 dichloroethane. There are 3 halogen atoms. We have to mention halogen atoms in the alphabetical order. So bromine is attached with first carbon, chlorine atoms attached with second and third carbon atoms. So 1 bromo, 2, 3 dichloro, butane, totally 4 carbon atoms in the longest chain. Next we have bromine and chlorine. In alphabetical order, bromine should be mentioned first. So bromine is attached with the second carbon. So 2 bromo, 3 chloro and 2 methyl groups present at the second and fourth position. So 2,4 dimethyl, totally 5 carbon atoms in the longest chain. So pentane. 2 bromo, 3 chloro, 2,4 dimethyl pentane. So with this nomenclature of organic halogen compound, that means haloalkanes over. Next we move into the nature of covalent bond between carbon and halogen in the haloalkanes. You take any haloalkane like methyl chloride or ethyl bromide or N-propyl iodide. You can take any haloalkane. The covalent bond between the halogen and the head carbon is not 100% covalent. So this is formed due to mutual sharing of electrons. Head carbon shared its valence electron, halogen shared its valence electron. So there should be mutual overlapping of atomic orbitals. The hybridized orbitals of carbon, sp3 hybridized orbital of carbon is mutually overlapping with half-filled p orbital of halogen. So a covalent bond is formed between the head carbon and the halogen due to mutual head-on overlapping of sp3 hybridized orbital of carbon and half-filled p orbital of halogen. A covalent bond is formed, but this is not 100% covalent bond because of electronegativity difference. As we studied left to right in a periodic table, electronegativity increases. So comparing carbon, oxygen and halogen will have more electronegativity. Left to right, when we move in a period, in modern periodic table, electronegativity increases. Even though covalent bond is formed, halogen is having more electronegativity than carbon. So halogen has a tendency to attract a shared pair of electrons towards itself. So halogen gets a slightly negative charge, head carbon gets slightly positive charge. So a polarity is induced in the molecule. We expect that the bond is a non-polar. It should be 100% covalent, but practically it is not 100% covalent. It is not a non-polar one. It becomes polar. Polarity is induced because of electronegativity difference. Halogen has more electronegativity. It has the tendency of attracting the shared pair of electrons towards itself. It gets negative charge, not complete negative, partial negative charge. So carbon gets slightly positive charge. So the bond is not a non-polar. The bond becomes polar in nature. And one more thing, if halogen changes, the bond will also be changed. So when we move from top to bottom in a periodic table, size of atom will be increased. When we move from fluorine to chlorine, chlorine to bromine, bromine to iodine, top to bottom in a group, size increases. So the bond will not be equal in all haloalkanes. Okay, the bond will not be similar in all the haloalkanes. Okay, if halogen changes, nature of bond will be changed. To take methyl fluoride, a bond is formed between carbon and fluorine. Take next example, methyl chloride, bond is formed between head carbon and chlorine. So due to the change of halogen, bond length also changed. So top to bottom size increases. When size of halogen increases, bond length will also be increased. So comparing methyl fluoride, in methyl chloride, covalent bond length will be increased. For methyl fluoride, 139 picometer. For methyl chloride, 178 picometer. And next compound, methyl bromide. Again, size is increased for bromine. So bond length is still increasing, 193 picometer. You take methyl iodide. Iodine has a larger size, so bond length increases. When bond length increases, strength of the bond decreases. Okay, the bond becomes a weakened bond. Okay, so bond dissociation energy, or simply bond energy or bond enthalpy, gradually decreases. Comparing the covalent bond between carbon and fluorine, the covalent bond between carbon and chlorine is a weaker bond. We can easily break that bond so that it has less bond dissociation enthalpy or bond enthalpy. Okay, so bond length increases, bond enthalpy will decrease, and the polarity also decreases. When bond length increases, the polar nature of covalent bond will be decreased. Okay. So in today's class, we have completed what is haloalkane and haloarenes, classification of organic halogen compounds, the general formula for haloalkanes and how it is classified based on head carbon, in common name and the UPOC name of haloalkanes, then what is the nature of bond between halogen and head carbon. So all these concepts we have completed today. Thank you.